Hello, guys. We have Monita Carolissen, the Deputy Consul General from South Africa, a country which is known for Rainbow Nation, a country which has variety of culture and the animal kingdom. All the animation movies start from there. We have Monita here at the World Trade Expo. Today, you are doing the Sri Ganesha for us for the first interview.
Okay.
So, over to you, Monita. It's been how many days right now with you here?
Okay. Yes, Monita Carolissen. I've been in India for the past 3 years already. I arrived in 2020. I'm the Deputy Consul General, and I especially look at political and economic diplomacy issues. I'm only posted for 4 years usually. So next year, the end of December already is my time that I go back to South Africa. But so far, I've been here for 3 years. It's my first time attending the Expo. So it's quite an eye opener. It's quite a vibrant energy going here. So I'm happy about that. And thank you for having me. Yes.
All right, all right. There are a lot of questions that we have for you. We'll keep it a little
Okay.
simple. So, what kind of unique cultural or natural attractions you would find for your country, which could be very similar to Indian tourists, and they would, attract them there?
Oh, a great question. And the first thing I would say is the people to people relations. We do have a very strong history with India, as you'd know, with the great leaders, Gandhi as well as Nelson Mandela. So the partnership already formed at that time.
Right.
And actually, this year we are celebrating 30 years of bilateral relations, the official relations. We do know it dates back even before 1994, but officially, it's the political relations 30 years that we celebrate. But as you've asked me, especially the people to people relations, culture, we've got one of the biggest Indian nations in South Africa as well,
Yes,
in one
right.
of the provinces in KwaZulu Natal. So
Right.
there's a huge Indian community there. Similar culture, the food. So the spiciness, I wasn't too too scared of it when I got here. It's a bit more spicier, but we definitely share that. So the clothing, the music, even movies, we do share. Especially also, we receive a lot of tourists from India that usually goes to
You
South
very
Africa.
rightly
Yes.
mentioned that Indians love art, dance,
Yes.
music.
Yes.
So when this kind of a collaboration happens, I mean, the music is on and we really enjoy all about it.
Yeah.
About tourism places,
Yes.
is there one significant place in South Africa which you always see the Indian tourists to be inhabiting it or enjoying there?
I know so far most of the tourists, they definitely go for our safaris and our
Yes.
wildlife. And as you've mentioned, the big five. And then Cape Town is another destination that Indians prefer. But we have 9 provinces. So it's not just those two big ones in Gauteng, but Mpumalanga is there. We have KwaZulu Natal. Even in the Northern Cape, we've got good culture there and there's a lot of tourist attractions. But apart from that, also, there's a lot of activities that's also attractive to, especially the young people. If they're into adventure, we've got, I mean, one of the highest bungee jumping of the cliff is
Right.
that it's there. We've got the sea, we've got wildlife, and then if you're into the mountains as well, that is in Mpumalanga province. So we at present definitely Indians go for the wildlife and for Cape Town, but there's other places to explore as well. We've got fauna and flora is there, and you can take the blue train. Even there's also the Ravos rail. You can take a nice route through the whole of South Africa. The garden route, I'm sure a lot of Indians are also familiar with. But basically, the whole of the country you can tour all 9 provinces, and you can drive from one province to the next, and it's you're able to do that.
Is there any province which is really heavy on exports in India?
Yes, particularly Gauteng, because that is, I would say Johannesburg is a lot like Mumbai because it's sort of the hub of our business. We have both our capitals, it's both in South Africa, Cape Town and Pretoria, but we know specifically Johannesburg is sort of the hub in terms of
It's one
business.
of the hub for the tech
Yes,
companies,
tech
even for
company,
trade and
trade
tourism
and
as well.
tourism, yes.
That is what we have also seen. So, could you share some of the success stories with regards to any trade or tourism related matter which has gone really well with your country, keeping Indians in mind?
Well, we are hoping to reach the numbers of 100,000
Okay.
tourists again. Pre-COVID numbers, it was that. Now, at present, we're already sitting at 40,000. So I think that is one of our main aims that we'd really like to boost again, to have that pre-COVID numbers. And it's slowly but surely getting there. In terms of businesses, we've signed quite a few memorandum of understandings between the two
Very
countries.
nice.
Our last presidential visit from our current president was in 2019, but with G20, as we've seen, our president came, and then also we had PM Modi that went for the BRICS summit. So we now currently also in 2025, we're taking over the presidency of G20. So we're taking
That's
forward the
wonderful.
values that India has set so far. So the collaboration will just go from
Are
strength
we
to strength.
also looking at some amazing mergers and acquisitions in any of the industries?
Yes, definitely.
Which is the industry where you see there's a lot of highlight happening?
At present, coal is quite one of the main things that we do have between India and South Africa. But I know India is moving towards more renewables. So that is also something that South Africa is striving for, renewable energy, and also in terms of solar energy, all of those things. That is what we're also looking at. And because we've also signed to the Paris Agreement, like India. So we are all about climate change as well. So those are the fields and sectors we're definitely looking at, and to strengthen our collaboration with. But because we are manufacturing sort of an industrialized
Right.
country, also a developing economy like India, those are definitely areas that we can strengthen and that we will strengthen in the future.
Keeping the top countries like Johannesburg in mind,
Yes.
do you feel that the Indian startups do have a rich segment there where they could come there and improvise on any of one of the segments?
Yes, I
Be it
definitely
tech, be
think
it
so.
pharma.
Yes, I definitely think so. Especially also because we're already in this era of artificial intelligence, and I think it's something that Indians are a bit ahead of us. So that is
And,
definitely a learning curve for us, and that we can collaborate. And
Do we
especially
have policies and tax benefits for Indians and expats for
Yes,
South
we
Africa?
definitely we push for bilateral trade.
Okay.
So it's definitely import and exports. So to find a merge between that is definitely one of the areas.
Right. It's been interesting. Now I'm going to go to a little bit on the fun segment. I would really want to know Monita up close and personal.
Okay.
So let me ask you something very simple. Have you tried the pani puri of Mumbai?
I have, yes.
Okay. And how has been your experience?
First time experience. As I said, in terms of Indian culture and things, I've learned a little bit about it being in South Africa, but being here to have it firsthand is definitely an experience.
Okay.
Yes.
Any cuisine that you tried of India?
I love the chapatis because we know it as rotis.
Okay.
And we've also made, well, we do have like a strong
Yeah.
culture in terms of
Yes.
making, we make it differently.
Right.
So for me, trying that here was something quite interesting.
You make it in a smoke pot, right?
Yes,
You put the
and
bread there.
it's a bit
Yes.
bigger, whereas you
Much
make it
bigger.
much flatter, and
Yeah.
it's quick and it's small, and it's so that is my favorite, still my all-time favorite. But I mean, the Indian cuisine, you cannot go wrong with it because there's a lot. And for me, the first time, most important thing here, paneer is what I did not know at home. So that I also loved here
Okay.
and enjoyed quite a lot. So yes.
Anything about Bollywood? Any movies, any actors you know of?
Well, I've always been a great fan of Shah Rukh Khan and Amitabh Bachchan.
And we have the first interview with somebody who loves Shah Rukh Khan. Wow, that's interesting.
No, we have actually been exposed to Bollywood movies even when I was quite young. And we had a channel actually that played Bollywood movies, and I remember on Sundays they used to play
Really?
the
Okay.
Bollywood movies. Then now we're getting back into it again. But I know the latest movie, Jawan. I've watched that one.
Wow.
Yes. So and that's very purely Bollywood. Yes. But
So that's
I
nice
love the Indian art, and especially in terms of
Right.
acting and the actors. No, of course, I'm a fan of them, and they're beautiful. As you know, the whole world knows them as the beautiful actors. So, yes.
So, Monita, we also wanted to know that there are a lot of festivals here in India. You know, the Diwali festival.
Yes.
Even a lot of tech companies, especially IT companies, we see that festivals like Diwali have become a national festival.
Mhm.
Do you feel it's an impact of telling Indians that you are like family?
Yes, I definitely think so. Because we, as I've indicated, we are now in that era where technology and tech is the way to go. It goes hand in hand with AI. So we moving away from you're already in 5G. So that is the stages we're at, and it's good to collaborate in that way and to merge those things and also to make it bigger for the world, not just that it's within India, but that the rest of the world is also aware of it, and that's the way definitely to go about it.
Okay, let me put a Google it to you. Okay,
Okay.
of all the Indian landmarks,
All right.
if we tell you hypothetically
Okay.
to take some culture, some landmark back in South Africa, which would it be?
I would definitely say it would be the Taj Mahal.
Oh,
That's my ultimate favorite. Here in Mumbai, I actually went to the Elephante Caves, and that's one of the UNESCO World Heritage
yes.
Sites. That was actually remarkable for me to see as well, because we also have UNESCO Heritage Sites
Right.
in India. Not as many as you, because I think you've got something like 21 or so, and we 11 or 12 now. We have the latest one that's going to be inscribed. But my favorite would be
Taj Mahal. You want to
yes.
take back the love symbol.
Yes.
So, guys, that was Monita from South Africa, and we had a great chat with you.
Let us all become bug heroes.